Hey there, we are back. We are still discussing love and money, but on this one it's more love, and I'm sure you're excited about that. I want to take it from the last conversation that we had, and in that conversation we're kind of ending where you were talking about how you were not allowed to be in any chama, even seeing mom, who was your best friend, was like, no way, no visitors, no getting out to the house. I remember your house in Gong. Yes. My goodness, that wall. Yes. Like even KDF and dogs. And dogs. Yes, I remember the dogs. Oh my gosh, Alsatians. I think they were German Shepherd. Anyway, so that for me are signs of insecurity, right? Yes. And so I want us to address that for a moment. Mom, I know you're not here as an expert, but you are the expert really when it comes to just these relational challenges and where insecurities are concerned. So for somebody in that situation, what's that about and how do you deal? Or even recognize it in your relationship? Because for a long time you didn't recognize it as a problem. Yes. It was just normal.
Yes. For a long time she didn't recognize it, but I always saw, and I was not a psychologist then, but I knew that, there was a very high level of insecurity and morbid jealousy. And
morbid jealousy.
Yes. I mean, she was a star and a queen. I mean, she's still beautiful, but you should have seen her those 45 years ago. My goodness, she was a killer right there. And so if I were her husband, I think I would have had reason to be a bit insecure, because she is a sanguine, the one that is a sanguine above sanguines, the life of the party. I'm here, come and get me somebody. Come and get me. That's who she is. And so sometimes those messages would be misinterpreted by her husband. That is from an observer's part. I was always a very reserved person. I didn't even speak. I don't even know where I got a voice to speak from.
She always used to be behind me. Yeah, like, it's okay, I'll say it.
Yes. So at the end of the day, I think his insecurity came from that, and two, from the background that somebody is from. Okay. The kind of background, your experiences make you to be whoever you become in life. But let me just generally talk about codependency. And one of the things that I think they had in their relationship is a codependent relationship, where each one believed that I need you for survival, I need you for existence. And for Auntie Alice, I mean, she believed that she would be dead if she wasn't with George.
Yes. Really?
Yes.
All right. That's I'm glad you admitted, because that's what I saw. And for me, I couldn't understand it. Well, what I loved about them, they called each other honey all the time. Honey. I mean, call me honey, call me babes, call me something. Just call me. And so I loved that. Yeah. But the treatment, I didn't really like it, because I love to be free to a certain extent. Yeah. I don't want you just putting me in a cocoon and overprotecting me. I want to fly as much as I can. But that kind of showed a lot of love. It was a lot of love. Now, when there is excessive smoothing of love, then I think if you're in that kind of a relationship, you need to be careful. Is it love, or is it a level of codependency?
So on the part of the husband or the other spouse who is being controlling, what's their dependency on her?
Okay, now this one is a codependent, and the other one is an insecure human being who is just ensuring that their victim is within control. Wow. You get it? And so as the victim continues being in control in the level of which I desire for them to be, they need to speak as I say, do as I say, behave as I want, then you are feeling secure. And these things come from background. What was your mother like? What was your sister like? What kind of a family did you grow up? Where do insecurities? And I'll tell you this, insecurities begin with a child in the womb. Insecurities begin with a child that is breastfeeding. The minute they don't trust their environment, and they do not feel secure, it begins there. It begins with empty promises. You were promised a bike by your father. It never came through.
Yeah.
Your mother promised to take you swimming. She didn't come through. She promised you. He promised you. People around you always promise you. So you begin to know that the world is not a safe place and people should not be trusted.
Wow.
You are in a relationship with another girlfriend that cheated on you. It had nothing to do with this person, but actually they left you high and dry. Now, you become fixated on fear that this one, I
do the
must
same.
be very, very careful because they could probably walk out on me. And so you want to hold them with chains so that they never ever get to leave you.
That,
you
yeah.
get that? Now, the victim,
Okay.
for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
now believes, oh, this person loves to be in my company. Oh, they're with me all the time. They make sure I'm okay. They are so kind, so loving, so giving. Oh, then they are in this space. Oh my God, I'm married to the most fantastic man. I mean, he is fantastic because he's available.
Yes.
But he's not genuinely available. He's actually available to be a supervisor and to ensure that you're not going to cheat on him, and to ensure that you're not going to run from him, and to ensure that it's not about you, it's about him. He wants to ensure he's in a safe space. Do people go through that? Codependency and morbid jealousy? Oh my God.
All the time.
It's all the time. Unless you recognize the symptoms, you will be living in fallacy, believing that you're loved. And when you wake up from your slumber, that's the end of the relationship.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Wow.
Casella,
Yes.
have some tea.
Okay, I think we'll wrap it up there. I get it now. It's about the insecurity within the relationship and in himself or in herself, because it could be the lady who is that way.
Exactly.
And so if you recognize this, at least now you can see the symptoms. And thanks, Mom, for sharing those symptoms. If you have any questions, guys, please share them and we shall be sure to answer them back. In the meantime, subscribe. This is Rina Hicks and you are watching Love and Money.